He actually got the call yesterday. It turned into reality today. And one other wide receiver note, Boom. DeVier Posey went to the Houston Texans with the 68th overall pick, the wide receiver from Ohio State. That means that Houston was able to add a wide receiver, and the Texans now will look to deal veteran wide receiver Jacoby Jones elsewhere in the NFL. We'll be back with the closing picks in the third round from Radio City Music Hall here in New York, the 2012 NFL Draft. The final picks in the third round coming up.
The left lane is a club, clearly defined by a dashed line and a heavy right foot. If you are unsure if you belong in the club, you do not belong in the club. To apply for membership, try new, stronger STP Complete Fuel System Cleaner with 10 times the cleaning agents to wipe out engine deposits, and enjoy the benefits of the left lane.
In the final round,
the audience choice ingredient?
Bud Light!
And here we go.
Looks like Chef Dubois is emulsifying the Bud Light into a foam. What's his competitor doing?
He appears to be having a really good time.
A Bud Light reduction for Dubois. And his opponent?
Also improvising nicely. Let's see that again.
Judges.
I like the use of the pressure cooker to tenderize the beef.
But also the use of the cell phone to order the pizza.
It's the sure sign of a good time. It's just right taste of Bud Light. Here we go.
Sorry, Chef, we're gonna need more ingredient.
Unleash the chaos. New X Anarchy. For him.
And for her.
Pizza Hut never stops striving to bring you delicious pizza creations. That's why we surrounded the Cheesy Bites pizza with 28 cheese-filled bites to pull, dip, and pop. Get a large one topping for just $11.99, only at your Pizza Hut. Make it great.
With MyLowe's, you can set reminders to keep your home looking great this spring. Sign up at Lowe's.com. Lowe's, never stop improving.
Want a chance to live like a millionaire? This year, take your game to the next level with NFL.com Fantasy. You could win $1 million, and victory will never be so sweet. You could win $1 million playing the new fantasy game from the NFL. For more, go to NFL.com/fantasy.
Welcome back to New York, and there you see some of the fans enjoying night 2 of the NFL Draft from the Bud Light Fan Zone here in the Radio City Music Hall, where we're getting toward the end of round 2. We'll get you caught up here. We told you Detroit picked a defender in Bentley. Pittsburgh, outside linebacker Sean Spence. The Cleveland Browns take a defensive tackle from downstate of the Bearcats of Cincinnati, John Hughes. Hello, Nick Foles, quarterback, deep ball to Philadelphia. And Akeem Hicks, Regina, playing football up in Canada, is the Saints' first pick. So why don't we start with him, the first pick we've had from the Saints in this draft.
Very interesting player. Liked him through the process. Thought he could be a third-round pick, maybe to the Saints. You think about a kid, 6'4.5", nearly 320 pounds. Plays prep football out in Fair Oaks, California. Goes the JUCO route. Then he's expected to be at LSU. Wasn't able to play there, ruled ineligible. Then he goes up to Canada, Regina Rams. Struggles as a fourth-year junior. Didn't make a lot of plays. This year, more productive. 6.5 sacks. Plays high, doesn't have the best technique, needs some work, doesn't maximize his strength quotient, but has ability, long-range prospect.
I like what Andy Reid just did, getting Nick Foles, 6'5", 245 pounds. Stand next to him. You'll like his size, Mel Kiper. All-time leading passer at Arizona. He's their team captain. He did it with a very subpar supporting cast. Their offensive line was brand new this year. He got hit a lot, but he hung in there. has functional movement in the pocket, but he has vision down the field. And he threw a lot of balls to Kreiner in tight windows that really impressed me. The thing that's exciting about Foles is he's going to go play for Andy Reid, and they got a couple guys, Todd McShay, that can go get it. Interesting prospect here.
You know, I took all the 7 quarterbacks and broke down pressure drops, Coach. Every time they dropped back where there was pressure, a quarterback was hurried, hit, sacked, whatever it was. And of all the top 7 quarterbacks, Foles rated the best in terms of completion percentage and touchdown to interception ratio when under pressure. So he doesn't run real well, and he didn't have a great supporting cast, but this guy's tough, he hangs in there, and he handles pressure very well, which is what you have to do to succeed in the NFL.
Throws a great deep ball. Actually, Philadelphia, not that you're looking for him to play, although Michael Vick does get hurt quite a bit. They have 3 completely different styles of quarterbacks, right? I mean, Michael Vick is a style unto himself. Mike Kafka, who I know Andy Reid likes, Northwestern is more of a shorter, you know, smart, cerebral, get the ball here, there. And now here's Foles, who can, albeit a rookie, throw a real deep ball. That's 3 different types. Andy loves that. He likes eating from all sides of the buffet, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And, you know, he's very accustomed to taking a quarterback in a draft. Andy Reid, he likes having young arms in his stable. And Nick Foles has that prototype size. He's hard to sack. You got to really take this man to the ground because he is a load. 6'5", 245. He is totally different than Michael Vick. I agree.
And philosophically, drafting a quarterback every year or every 2 years, it's a good idea. When you look at some teams and if they let the depth fall off a quarterback, it can become a problem and it can come back and bite you. And the worst case is you wind up trading them and getting some draft picks back or something back. So I always think it's a good idea to draft a quarterback if you have an opportunity and the value's there.
Well, so Nick Foles, so now we're having some quarterbacks go 3 today. We still got a little time. I know Kellen Moore will go tomorrow now. I mean, we got that done. And now the New Orleans Saints have made a pick. And, of course, they had no one. They made a trade last year involving Ingram that got that to pick the New England. Obviously, they lost the 2nd-round pick as part of the many sanctions handed down about 5 weeks ago by Roger Goodell in the Bounty case. And now they finally had a pick today. Mort, Adam, and company, the New Orleans Saints, well, they got a lot facing them. They got on the board.
Boom. Everybody understands that. They've already lost their head coach, Sean Payton, for the season. They'll lose their general manager, Mickey Loomis, at the start of the season for 8 weeks, and Joe Vitt, who's the interim head coach right now, for the first 6 weeks of the season. Bottom line is, though, Commissioner Goodell is going to come forward this next week with suspensions and/or fines for numerous players who've been involved, allegedly, in the bounty program that the Saints engaged in.
And everybody's been waiting for it for quite some time, but it does seem finally as if the NFL is prepared to make that announcement this week. And it is expected to be sweeping, and we'll see how extensive it is actually this week. But those suspensions should come this week. The discipline will be severe. A lot of people thought it would be before the draft, but the Saints really were prepared anyway. They went out during the offseason. They signed Curtis Lofton from the Falcons. They signed David Hawthorne from the Seahawks. They signed Chris Chamberlain. So they loaded up at the linebacker position. Finally, they're on the clock tonight. They make their first pick, Bill.
Well, they finally got a football player after all the talking, and it's a good one. Akeem Hicks is a big stud who took over the East-West game. He scattered people all over the place. This is a powerful man. He's undeveloped because of the level of play in Canada is nowhere near what it is here in the United States. But this is a guy with a lot of upside, and he's a good football player now in terms of strength and acceleration. He showed that in the East-West, and he's going to get better. This is a good pick that I think is going to help their football team.
And so we'll be heading back to Radio City Music Hall for the final picks here in the 3rd round. Just a couple of picks ahead left. The Colts, the Bengals, the Giants, the Raiders, the Rams. The Raiders spotting. Back at Radio City Music Hall.
When you have cable and can't find something good to watch, you get depressed. When you get depressed, you attend seminars. When you attend seminars, you feel like a winner. When you feel like a winner, you go to Vegas. When you go to Vegas, you lose everything. And when you lose everything, you sell your hair to a wig shop. Don't sell your hair to a wig shop. Get rid of cable and upgrade to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Introducing a powerful weapon in your fight against bugs. Ortho Home Defense Max. With a